What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to TTP Sports. And that's another series win for your Philadelphia Phillies. They win today by a score of 7-2. Nola on the bump once again, and he looked very good. He probably could have gone longer in this game if the pitch count just wasn't so high through 4 innings, because that's the annoying thing about the Diamondbacks lineup. They just make you work. That makes them, one of the better offenses in Major League Baseball, even though your pitching has shut them down basically through these first 2 games. They make you throw a lot of pitches. They foul a lot of pitches off, and they just make you work. And that's what they do, and that's what they've done to Jesus Luzardo and Nola in these 2 games. But those guys battled through everything, and they looked pretty good. Nola looked pretty good, especially today. The velocity was actually back up there. He touched 94, almost 95 at certain points in the beginning stages of the game, so that is a very good sign for Nola. And hopefully that, just having that good start in his last appearance against Chicago and just having the build off of that, maybe that's just a stepping stone, and he has another good start tonight against Arizona. Granted, it's also very warm weather, so we all know Nola benefits when the weather does get warmer. So maybe, Nola finds himself a little bit, and you get the good side of Nola for the next few starts. Definitely could see that happening, because he had looked very good. He looked very good once again today. A lot of strikeouts, goes 6 innings, doesn't allow a single run, worked out of some jams, did Nola stuff today, the good version of Nola stuff today, and that's also very good to see. Max Kepler continues to be hot. He hits another home run in today's ball game. JT Realmuto had a very good ball game as well. He had a 3-run shot that basically put the game out of reach for the Diamondbacks. So overall, it was pretty much a good offensive day, and granted, they didn't cash in on every opportunity. There definitely were some things early in the game where they could have blown the game open after Kepler's 3-run shot, but they pounced on most of the chances that they did get, and Nola did Nola things, kept the Diamondbacks off the scoreboard. Yeah, Hernandez does come into the ballgame in the 7th inning, allows a 2-run shot, but besides that, your bullpen did get the job done with your lower leverage arms, with Tanner Banks coming in after that, and then Joe Ross closing the game out. Overall, pretty good game, and 3rd series win in a row. They have been looking somewhat better, and it's, another feel-good win, I guess you could say at the end of the day, but still, I'm not fully I'm buying back into, oh yeah, this is the team, this is the true contender World Series winning type of team. It's just nice to have some feel-good wins after they went through such a long stretch of just very piss-poor baseball. Thankfully, we can get a couple of good wins under our belt the past few, so definitely just appreciate that for the most part. So, just looking after this game and just looking for the way that this game went about. Nola today, 6 innings, 4 hits, no earned runs, 1 walk, 8 strikeouts on 109 pitches. I'm actually pretty shocked that they made him go out there for the 6th inning. But hey, good on him, and he had a very quick top of the 6th inning to make sure that pitch count didn't go any further than it needed to be, because he was basically around the mid to high 90s after that top of the 5th inning. But good on Nola to figure out to go full 6 innings in this game. Then you have Hernandez throwing 18 pitches in the 7th inning, allowing the 2-run shot. He also did strike out 2 in that outing. Tanner Banks, he struck out 1 on 10 pitches. Quick 1, 2, 3 inning for him. He's had some good outings. I'll give him credit for that. He's had some, when he needs to go out there and have a shutdown inning, Tanner Banks has actually been able to do that more times than not. And I think they said on the broadcast that he's only allowed 2 hits so far this season at Citizens Bank Park, so I guess that's just something to monitor. And then Joe Ross, another scoreless outing. He allows 1 hit and 2 strikeouts on 22 pitches, so he lowers his ERA back down too. Nola actually lowered his ERA to 4.61. Still not good, but it's definitely been a lot better than where Nola was coming in 2 starts before this. So it's good signs. It's good signs to lower that ERA. It's good signs. And it's still early enough in the season for Nola to where he can have a couple of bad starts in his first few outings, but then if he has a lot of good consecutive starts in a row, he definitely lowers that ERA a lot to probably where it averages around for his career. So it's a very good thing there for Nola. So we just look at the way the game did portray out. You go to the bottom of the 2nd inning, Nick Castellanos with a leadoff single, then Max Kepler, first pitch seeing, goes deep, 2-run shot, and actually this was against Brandon Pfaadt on the mound. So I think they said this is the first time that they've, and actually I think we brought this up in last night's stream as well, that this is the first time the Phillies have seen Fott since Game 7 of the 2023 NLCS. So I guess they got their revenge, if you can say that. So Kepler stays out, he hits the 2-run shot, makes it 2-0 Phillies. Then JT Realmuto doubles, Alec Bohm singles to advance JT the third. Marsh doubles down the right field line to give the Phillies a 3-0 lead, and Brandon Marsh actually just got called up for today's game from his rehab assignment, so good for him. I think that was his first hit in the major leagues in over a month, because we all know before he went on the IL, he had that such a long hitless streak, and I think Brandon Marsh actually had a couple of hits in today's game, so good for him. Go for him. So Phillies took a 3-0 lead. They'd have more chances to score, but Stott strikes out, Turner strikes out, and Bryce Harper just got one off the end of the bat to end the inning, and still 3-0 there after 2. Aaron Nola with a 1-2-3 inning in the top of the third. Phillies add some more runs on in the bottom of the third inning. This is when the rain actually started coming down in this third inning. Schwarber leads off, getting hit by a pitch. Kepler then singles, so you got first and second with 1 out for JT. He hits a 3-run shot that just clears the wall, becomes a 6-0 Phillies lead. Aaron Nola does his job in the fourth. Bottom of the fourth for the Phillies, Trey Turner with a double that goes into the gap. Schwarber then gets intentionally walked with 2 outs, and then thankfully on this situation, Castellanos hits a grounder to Suarez at the deep part of third base, and Suarez just completely threw the ball too high for Naylor at first, and Naylor had to jump to get it, and thankfully Castellanos hustled in that situation to beat the throw out, basically thanks to the throwing error, and Trey Turner scored because of it, so the Phillies made it a 7-0 lead there. Top of the 5th inning, Aaron Nola allowed a couple of base runners, a double by Thomas. Carroll got hit by a pitch with 2 outs, but he got out of that situation, no harm done. Bottom 5, Phillies don't do anything once the Diamondbacks go to the bullpen. Top 6, Aaron Nola with a 1-2-3. Top 7, Hernandez comes in. Gurriel Jr. hits the 2-run shot to make it a 7-2 ball game. And then nothing really happens after that. Top 8, Banks with a 1-2-3 inning. And then top 9 after a 2-out double by Gurriel. Joe Ross gets the job done. Overall, Phillies lineup today, they had 11 hits. Bryson Stott went 1 for 5 with 2 strikeouts. Trey Turner keeps that average above 300, and he has his on base at 380, so that's a very good number there for Trey Turner. It's just still a slugging. It is not where you needed to be. So he went 2 for 5 today with a run scored. Bryce Harper, he went 0 for 4 with a walk, so he had some good swings today. Didn't get lucky in those situations, but still, you need way more from Bryce Harper. Kyle Schwarber continued his on-base streak. He went 0 for 3 with a walk in today's game. Nick Castellanos, he went 1 for 4. Max Kepler, he went 2 for 4 with a 2-run shot. So good for him there. He's raising that average up, and he's raising that slugging. He's been having a pretty solid season. You know, he's basically just been hot the past few weeks, so that's really good for him in the lineup. JT Realmuto probably had his best game of the season, 2 for 4 with a 3-run shot. So good for him. Alec Bohm 1 for 3. And then Brandon Marsh's return to the lineup. He went 2 for 4 with an RBI, so good for him there. Phillies, they went 3 for 11 with runners in scoring position. Overall, it's another feel-good game. It's basically what it is. Phillies, they're now 19-14 on the year. And I think the Mets game got rained out against St. Louis. So now the Phillies are 3 games back of the New York Mets for first place in the NL East. But I'm still just not going to fully pay attention to those things right now. But it is also good, I guess you can say, that the Diamondbacks coming into the series, they won the 2 of 3 against the Mets. And now they come to Philadelphia, you beat them in 2 out of 3. So I guess you won up the Mets in a certain situation, I guess you could say. That's something to feel good about, I guess, at the end of the day. And you do have a chance to sweep them tomorrow. You have a chance with Ranger Suarez making his season debut. I'm not sure what his innings limit is going to be. I know he had a few starts down in the minors for his rehab assignment, so I don't know if he's, they're just going to let him do what he wants, or he's going to have a certain pitch count limit. He's going to have a certain innings limit or something like that. I have no idea. It definitely will be interesting to see that he's also going up against Eduardo Rodriguez, who has not been good for Arizona. So we'll see. It's a chance to get a sweep. It's a chance to get a sweep. You might as well do that. Try to, make this series even more feel good for you. Trying to get a sweep of a team that is pretty solid, even though a team that they're basically at 500. And, they're playing in a very tough NL West division because you got the Dodgers, you got the Padres, you got the Giants, and then, the Diamondbacks, they're 3-7 in their last 10. So they really haven't been the best. And just looking at their stats, yeah, they're 500 at home and they're basically 500 on the road at 9-8. So yeah, they really it's really their pitching. Their offense, I think, is fine. Their pitching has not been good, and also they just lost two of their best bullpen arms to injury with Martinez and Puck. So yeah, that definitely isn't good because their starting rotation overall, besides Fott, has not been good. Corbin Burns has an above 4 ERA. I think Merrill Kelly, he just got injured, so we have no idea what's going on there. Rodriguez hasn't been good for them. Who else? I'm trying. I don't. Why do I not remember the one pitcher for them? Why don't I remember their one pitcher? Why is it blanking on me right now? Why is it blanking on me? Let me look at their schedule because his name will probably pop up in the near. Zach Allen. Zach Allen hasn't been good for them either this year, so we'll see where that takes them. But you got yourself a series win. That's all that matters. That's all that matters. Man, I don't understand why I blanked on Zach Allen's name. Jesus Christ. And I do want to see, okay. Oh, here we go. We actually got some breaking news here. So the Phillies are not going to be doing a 6-man rotation. So it sounds like with Ranger Suarez returning to the bullpen, Rob Thompson, so this is from Tim Kelly and Ty Dalbert here on Twitter. Taijuan Walker is going to the bullpen for the time being. Phillies haven't ruled out a 6-man rotation at some point, but they're not doing it right now. And same thing, basically just ruling that Rob Thompson confirmed that Taijuan Walker will be heading to the bullpen with Ranger Suarez back. Doesn't mean they'll never go to a 6-man rotation, but that's the arrangement for now. We'll see. We'll see where that carries us. We'll see where that takes us. Maybe they're just doing that right now because they do have the off day on Monday. I'm not entirely sure, but interesting to say the least. A lot of people wanted Ranger Suarez going back to the bullpen, and probably understandably so, just because he can't stay upright. So it probably would have made sense just to not put as much leverage on his body with being a starting pitcher in the rotation, and you put less leverage on his body by being maybe the long relief guy out of the bullpen that could maybe pitch a couple of innings in a spurt or something like that. But we'll see where this takes us. But yeah, definitely excited to see Ranger back on the mound tomorrow. I will be attending tomorrow's game. It is also weather permitted because there were some storms in the area today, and I think it's going to get worse as you get into tomorrow and throughout the week, basically. Actually, I should probably look at the weather just to see where that's even going to go, even though I would assume they try to find a way to get the game in tomorrow just because of, Arizona not having an off day on Monday, I think, and then, the Phillies go on the road after this weekend, so most likely I would assume they try to find a way to get the game underway. So it looks like it's going to rain in the morning for a little bit. Then there's going to be a break a little after 3. Then it might pop up again at 6. So who knows? Maybe they'll delay the game until a certain time. I don't know. It might be a long day tomorrow. Just saying. It might be a very long day. And that kind of does suck with Ranger on the bump. Because what if they start the game on time and they have to go into a long rain delay? Then you can't put Ranger back out there. So that kind of sucks if that's the case. But, we'll see. Let's see if there's anything else popping up on the Twitterverse, just to see. Nothing really else. It's basically just the Taijuan Walker going back to the bullpen. But overall, it's a good win for the Phillies. Another feel-good win. And we'll just see how they continue going into tomorrow. You have a chance to sweep. Might as well have that chance to sweep going into the off day. Because after this series against Arizona, you go back on the road, like I said, and I believe you play Tampa Bay and Cleveland on the road this week, so facing the American League for a little bit, so be nice to get a sweep here. Definitely would. What's Tampa Bay's record, if I am not mistaken? I don't think they're probably like right at 500. Nope, they're below 500. They're 15-18. So we'll see. It's weird because they swept the Padres, and then they got swept by the Royals, and they split the first 2 games against the Yankees, so we'll see where that takes us in that series. But yeah, overall, like I keep saying, it's a feel-good win. It's basically all we need to feel good about right now. So this will probably be another short recap like the past few days. Really not much to talk about, overall. But yeah. We'll get to the Anytime Hotline here in a few seconds. I'll be set it up for you guys so we can get to our only caller here. That is Steven. Left a short one. So we'll see. Let's see what Steven has to say.
Hey, Amadeo. Very good game tonight. I mean, there wasn't really a lot of bad stuff that happened. Nola was very good today. The offense did its job. Trey's continuing to hit. Stock gets another hit. I mean, Harper's still the big problem with this team. I mean, I think he's down to like 220 now. That's a problem. I mean, I don't know if he's hurt. I mean, but he's just continuing to be bad at the plate, dude. And I'm getting concerned. And it's just bad. I hope he gets out of this soon. I mean, other than that, a great win today. Took another series against a really, really strong Diamondbacks team that just picked the Mets up. So, very happy about that. And hopefully they can get a sweep tomorrow.
Yeah, hopefully. Hopefully, because I will be attending tomorrow's game, so I'm just prepared for the long run tomorrow of the rain, because I really do not expect them to postpone the game. I would expect them to probably delay the game to like a certain time. That's what I would expect. Man. So we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, he had a couple of good swings today, but it's basically right now getting to the point of it's the same thing with Trey Turner. Even though Trey Turner has raised the average up above 300, which is very good, he's really only doing it by singles, and Trey Turner has been getting on base a lot more. He's at 380. It's just the slugging numbers for Trey Turner are not there. Will it eventually come? I think there actually was an article by Anthony Sanfilippo out there earlier before today's game actually talking about Trey Turner, and it's something that Rob Thompson actually brought up about Trey, and they had like this discussion before the season or before spring training or something like that, talking about, not worrying about Trey Turner's power, like he could give two shits about the power or hitting, 20 plus home runs. He wants them to hit for average, and he wants them to have an on base around 330. So maybe that's what Trey Turner is looking at right now. That's what he's focusing on. Even though Trey Turner, in that article by Anthony Sanfilippo, you definitely should go check it out. Um, he's definitely not overly thrilled with the way that he's performing, even though like the first two numbers with the average and the on base are good. He's obviously not thrilled about his defense. He's not thrilled about the power, not being there. So he's still not fully satisfied at what he's doing. So he's taking some accountability in that, right? But for Bryce Harper, he's batting 228. He's got a 358 on base, and he's got a 398 slugging. So, like I said, besides those few games where he had a couple of home run stretches, slugging really hasn't been there. He just really has not looked good at the plate. I don't know if this is a situation where you just give him a day off to clear his head. I don't know what you do. Personally, I don't know. I don't know what you do. Do you just let him figure it out? Is he injured? Is he hurt or something like that? I don't know. I don't know. But, yeah, we'll see. We'll see where it takes us. So, yeah. That's all I got for you guys today. That's all I got. So, another quick stream. Really not much else to talk about with this game. It's another feel-good win, basically. But, still a very long ways to go with this team. But it's nice that they won 3 series in a row, and hopefully they can just build off this going forward. So we'll see. We'll see. But, that'll do it for today, everybody. Appreciate y'all for tuning in as always. Don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section down below. Don't forget to drop a like. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It does me a great deal of service. And also use the code TTPSPORTS. $20 off your first purchase at SeatGeek. A great deal. Do not pass it up. So, yeah, we'll see where everything takes us here. So, we'll be back tomorrow after tomorrow's game, see if the Phillies sweep or not. So, without further ado, I'll see you guys tomorrow after tomorrow.